Hi, I'm Melanie, and I'm the visionary for C.I.R.C.L.E, and I have a friend here that I'd like to introduce you to. This is Alexandra.
Hi.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Alexandra.
Well, let's see. I'm 19. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, but I go to school up in C.I.R.C.L.E. It's a tiny town. You probably would never be able to find it, but it's in the mountains of North Carolina. So put your finger in the middle of there. That's where I am. It's a school called Western Carolina. Look for the school, you can find it. You can't find the town. But I'm studying history. Oh, right now I'm going through my core classes, just the stuff that's required to graduate, and then I'm going to go into the teaching part of whatever they call that major.
Nice, nice. Sounds like you've got a good plan. How do we know each other?
We know each other through Facebook. We both like The Greatest Show on Earth, Star Trek. So,
Absolutely. And even then, we've had a little bit of some different opinions, but in a good, positive way.
yeah.
Yeah. And who makes up your family?
Uh, let's see. I have a mom and a dad, which live here. I'm with them right now, actually. I'm on break, and I go back to school on Friday. And then I have two older brothers who don't live here, and then an older sister who also doesn't live here. She has four kids, and then we have the whole extended family.
Nice. And what is your ethnic background? Do you know what it is?
Well, I was born in Russia, so that's about all we know.
That's cool. So how did you end up in Russia?
Well, my parents, well, my birth parents were probably born in Russia as well, and that's where I was born, and then I got adopted and brought over here by my parents now.
Nice. So your parents actually got to choose you, huh?
Yeah,
Good deal. Do you speak any other languages?
I took French and Spanish when I was in high school, 2 years of each, but I'm terrible at those. I can order a hamburger and I can tell you that my house is yellow, but that's about it. And
That's
then
pretty good. I'm thinking that as long as you can figure out how to get some food and find a bathroom in another country, you're doing
yeah,
okay, right?
I've been working on my Klingon and Vulcan, but that's really not going too well. A Klingon dictionary, but nobody just speaks Klingon, so it's kind of hard to use it in everyday language.
Absolutely, unless you're crazy like me and try to do sci-fi speed dating and somebody tries to talk to you in Klingon.
Okay.
It could happen. It could happen. What would your friends say about you, or how do they describe you?
Uh, well, most of my friends think I'm weird, but they're weirder than I am, so that's why they like me because or they're just slightly weird and they're like, hey, this person's weirder than I am, so I feel better by being with them. And we cancel each other out. So they think I'm different, unique. Well, I asked one of my friends, and he sent me about a paragraph text of all this stuff, and I said, you know what? I'm good. I didn't even know that.
Oh, it's good to have friends who are willing to share that stuff with you.
Uh,
um, so, what are you really good at? Do you have a hidden talent or a skill or maybe a hobby or something that, I don't know, it's not typical?
I can do bird whistles and sing Disney songs in their character voices.
Very cool. That's pretty awesome. Do you have a favorite holiday?
I'd probably have to say Halloween because I can dress up and people won't judge me for running around in costumes. And
Nice. Yeah, I like to
Yeah,
dress up
so,
too.
yeah.
Cool. And well, you actually just go to like parties or hang out or something for Halloween, right?
Uh,
What do you do? Do you go trick or treating? Are we done with that?
yes, I attempt to trick or treat and mostly sit in my room by myself because although I may have some friends, I don't really have, friends. Don't really like hang out with a lot of people. I just have those guys who are just like, hey, I like what you like, so we're friends. But don't really hang out much. We just send each other Star Trek memes.
Yeah,
That's about it.
pretty fond of the Star Trek stuff. So you're from the East Coast, or at least you're living there now. Are there any things that are kind of particular to you being there? I'm like things that you say, or maybe food that you
Oh,
eat, or
cheerwine.
what is
uh,
it?
cheerwine. It's a soft drink. Sort of like cherry Coke. It's cherry flavored drink, but it's native to
To your area. Very nice. Hey,
Salisbury, North Carolina.
next time you get some, could you post a picture of it on the site?
Oh yeah, totally.
That'd be awesome. Um, and as far as music, is there anything that you like to listen to or anything that you've been jamming out to lately?
Uh, I guess it just depends on the day. I'll switch back and forth between different Pandora radio stations. Of Disney, jazz, 60s, 70s, 80s hit, and Broadway showcase is my top four.
Nice. Nice. Jazz is up there for me too. Who's your favorite jazz artist?
Uh, right now, probably Chicoria, piano stuff. Um, but I do Glenn Miller Orchestra.
Ooh, yeah. Those are good
Isn't it?
ones. And would you say, I don't know if I had included this in your questionnaire. If you don't want to answer it, you don't have to. But do you identify with any particular faith or?
Ah, yes, actually I do. I'm
Okay.
glad because recently that's actually a recent change, which I now love talking about all the time and being like, hey,
Okay.
no. So recently I converted to Mormonism, uh,
Okay.
which my parents weren't too thrilled with my choice. But it's my own choice. That's the beauty of it. We believe that you have the agency that you can choose whatever you want. Uh,
Right.
it actually really kind of sudden. So I grew up in the Lutheran church actually.
Oh, okay.
Parents, and one day I just ended up on their website, and I ended up talking to a representative. And the person said, "Hi, Alexandra, what can I help you with today?" And I blanked and stared at the screen for about 5 minutes. And then I said, "So, how can I join?"
Oh, wow. Just like that, huh?
First thing I thought, it was just like, "Hey, how do I join?" I didn't even consider doing it. And she started talking with me. And then a month later, I got baptized and became part of the church. And I haven't been happier. So,
Nice.
um, that's,
Well, good. I'm glad you were okay with us asking about that. And
yeah,
as you know, Circle is about accepting people and showing compassion and love. And so I'm glad we're able to do that and that this is a safe
yes.
place to do that. That's very cool. Is there anything that you want to tell us that maybe wasn't on the questionnaire or a story or anything crazy that happened this week or anything that would be interesting?
Well, to be honest, I don't remember what was on the questionnaire.
Okay.
Uh, but let's see. Uh, went to the bookstore and spent $40. Uh,
Sounds
that
like
they
a good time.
have, but I no longer have that money that I never had in the first place. So find $40 somewhere.
Oh my
pay,
gosh.
pay that bill off. Which ironic, funny thing is, every time I walk in there, I always walk out with a Star Trek book. Uh, even if I don't need it, or even if I can't afford it, somehow I'll end up walking out with a Star Trek book. Uh, and there's a possibility it might be the same one. Multiple times, I might buy another copy of the same one just to walk out with a Star Trek book and a hot chocolate.
Okay. And
But
just for
yeah.
Star Trek purposes, which is your favorite Star Trek series to watch? I'm assuming you prefer a series over a movie, but I could be wrong.
Well, my favorite Star Trek ever is going to be Star Trek 4: The Voyage Home. That was my first movie, and even though after watching it a couple times and hearing other people's opinions, I realized it's not as great as I once thought, and it definitely could use improvement. And it actually wasn't that well written, but you know what? It's an amazing movie, and it's great. It is the best Star Trek movie there is.
All
But
right.
if I just had to sit down and oh, you can just watch a Star Trek show, I'd probably watch Next Generation because you can. First off, you can watch that out of order. It really doesn't matter where you start, as long as hey, there's these people doing all this stuff. You generically, you can just start in the middle of it and not really be that far off, as opposed to some of the later ones, like Voyager. You'd have to realize, oh, hey, these people started in the Alpha Quadrant and then ended up. You'd have to know the beginning of the story to get some of the later episodes, and then the other series. Not all of them are good. So watching them.
Okay. I'm not going to argue because I really don't care for Enterprise or animated is a little tough, but good stuff.
We don't talk about the animated series. It doesn't exist.
Oh no. All right. Well, thank you so much, Alexandra. I really appreciate you allowing me to interview you and for you sharing who you are and what you're interested in with everyone on C.I.R.C.L.E.
All right, you're welcome.